Et on va commencer tout ça très rapidement. Et donc, bonjour à ceux qui passent. Alors, hop, on va envoyer l'image, si je me rappelle de mes raccourcis, un jour. Et on va reprendre donc tel qu'on en était avec Delmas. Donc on était pas loin d'un résultat déjà sympa avec ce bon vieux Delmas. La seule chose que je vais faire, c'est que je vais ouvrir alors non pas Jim, mais Delmas, hop, les références. Je vais revoir un peu à quoi ça ressemble avec les références qu'on a maintenant. Les références de saison 4 notamment, que je n'avais pas beaucoup regardé, simplement un peu histoire de recomparer certains détails. Alors, euh, voir s'il y a des choses qui peuvent être améliorées, qui nécessitent d'être changées ou autres. Alors pour cela, je vais enlever les lignes. Hop là. Ombrage rapide. Non, ce que je veux, c'est ombrage constant. Euh, Par exemple, sa bouche sera constamment fermée, donc en fait ici, ce ne sera pas l'endroit où il y aura la commissure de ses lèvres. La commissure de ses lèvres est en réalité au-dessus. Voyons. Euh, ouais, hop, on soude les éléments. On s'assure que le profil fonctionne. On n'est pas trop mal pour ça. Et dans l'ensemble, Delmas était plutôt prêt en termes de perso, enfin il n'y avait plus trop de retouches à faire. Je vais quand même revérifier certains points qui me paraissent importants, voir s'il y a besoin de redécouper encore ou pas. Dans l'ensemble, je pense qu'on est plutôt bon. Il y a certains endroits où il faut quand même que je découpe, ne serait-ce pour que je puisse directement sélectionner les UV pour faire la peinture plus tard. Genre ici, typiquement, je pense que je raccorderai d'une certaine manière un peu plus simple. J'ai pas particulièrement besoin de faire de la géométrie pour montrer les trucs qui se parent et tout. Je pense que là dans l'ensemble on est bon. Ce qu'il faut juste que je retravaille, et là bah, peut-être que ça me prend toute la soirée, peut-être que ça me prend que 5 minutes, c'est plus sur la veste. Alors, on va réactiver les ombrages, et on va voir ça. Il est beau le Delmas, il est tout frais. Enfin non, justement il est un peu moins frais déjà. On va pouvoir voir ce qu'on peut faire avec lui. Alors on a cet élément un peu séparé. J'ai pas trop besoin de m'en faire, en tout cas en regardant trop près, parce que c'est des choses qui vont... que... Encore une fois, qu'on n'est pas censé voir trop près dans les modes... dans les vues actuelles du jeu. C'est pas... Voilà, c'est pas prévu qu'on voit ces choses-là de trop près. Alors... Hop, on va juste sélectionner les arêtes qui sont bien sur les bords. Hop, et on va essayer de les faire coïncider avec le reste. Alors c'est quand même des trucs sur lesquels il faut faire assez attention parce que j'évite de retoucher ce genre de choses une fois les UV faits. Donc j'essaie d'être pas mal au niveau de la modée, d'avoir les points plutôt bien alignés. Voilà, qu'on s'embête pas trop. Et puis après, il y a certains éléments qu'on va essayer de faire coïncider. Ils ont beau être ils ont beau être des modèles séparés. L'intérêt là, c'est qu'on peut essayer un peu de lier tout ça. Donc je prends l'arête d'un modèle, d'un autre, et hop, je fusionne comme ça. Au moins, ils sont bien tout alignés. Et ce sera quand même plus simple. Ça permet d'être super précis après coup. Bon, c'est un peu dur à expliquer comme ça, mais l'intérêt c'est que ça fasse moins de petits bugs en fait à l'affichage quand il y a des polygones qui sont à côté, mais pas exactement à côté. Ça peut, selon le moteur, selon la résolution qu'on utilise, faire des petits soucis. Donc, je corrige ça du mieux possible. Euh, Ah, j'arrive pas à dissoudre celui-là. Voyons. On va directement merger. Hop. Euh, hop. Voilà, là on est plutôt pas mal. Là ça marche plutôt bien. And thank you, Duarte. Thank you very much. Let's see. Hop. Et salut à ceux qui passent. Hop. J'optimise un peu tout ça. this way. Up. So right now we are not too bad. Let's just take back the season 3 model references and let's look at some of the details. So we've got the buttons. I have to do that as a 3D, so it won't be a problem afterwards. Let's do that right away. So up. So just 3 nice buttons. I should actually take them from Matthias because I had done that for Matthias. So let's reopen secondary characters and Matthias body basically. And there should be buttons right here. So let's take those out and let's export them. Let's do a session. I don't know how it's translated, but session and copy paste this here. Of course, without the same material, simply them. Maybe just just this way. And let's put them into the jacket part. And not within the symmetry, this way. And then positioning them, that's a lot of little things to do. But let's add them also there. Check back on the references. It's a bit more there, like that. And then I should be able to just do the little lines on both. Yeah, that should be okay. So let's get sure that this is rightfully colliding with the jacket. So this is fine, as some might say. Up. Okay. So now all the buttons are in place. I will just go back again, go on the jacket and just doing some slight tweaks, very slight moves. Yeah, that seems okay. I just now need to make sure I've got the color right. So color seems okay. Then the rest. Voyons ce qui reste. Il y a ouais, il y a tout le haut, à savoir la cravate. La cravate et le col. Alors le col, comment ça se passe? La cravate, comment ça se passe? L'ensemble ne mérite pas forcément d'être modélisé complètement. Cela étant, ça simplifierait peut-être un peu les choses et ça éviterait quand même le petit accroc de faire à la fin un truc vraiment artificiel. Donc voyons un peu comment on peut corriger ça. Enfin, éviter ça. Euh, Déjà, on resserre un peu autour du cou. Et après, on découpe tout ça. Je pense que j'aurai le temps de faire peut-être les deux UV, mais surtout j'aurai le temps de faire une des textures, la tête ou le corps. Probablement j'attaquerai par la tête et après je ferai le corps. Ça me paraît pas con. Je vais faire comme ça. Et bah, le reste, je ferai quand j'aurai le temps, sachant qu'évidemment, bah, je me concentre quand même majoritairement sur la 4.0x pour le moment. Euh, Oops, this reference. And that way. So what do I have now? Something like that. C'est quand la sortie? Eh ben, la date de sortie sera quand ce sera prêt. Pour l'instant, c'est pas prêt. Je fais de mon mieux pour que ce soit prêt vite. Et voilà. Donc, j'ai pas de date. Euh, c'est sur le changelog pour si le truc les plus à jour. Quand j'ai une date, je la donne, hein, de toute façon, pas besoin de demander. What did you study? You're the best. Well, thank you. I'm not sure I'm the best, but I did study. I did study traditional arts, which has not much to do to 3D apart from the, eye work. So I work my eye uh, in that field of study. But frankly, most of what I do is just learning by myself. I mean, you can see the improvement, think, over the several lives I do. I mean, it's 60th. It's a live that can be compared to previous one and very early ones. I mean, I'm not probably not as efficient. Yeah, I think it's a bit cleaner this way. So we've got our full model. I guess I'm soon going to be able to get on the next steps. The only thing though is that the jacket is it's more wide open than that. When I've done one that is quite closed. I don't know if I could fix that a bit, but je suis vraiment pas votre dieu, hein. Faut vraiment pas. Merci pour les encouragements, mais gardez le simple, vous savez, gardez le simple. Ne soyez pas mouton, soyez critique, s'il vous plaît, ce sera mieux. Hop, alors. Just making that head a bit closer. Could I just make that a bit more open as a jacket? That's the thing I'm not clearly not sure about. So basically, the idea would be to make that just open more like that probably. Yeah. As much as that. Yeah. Mm, that should work. So that one is clearly more open. I hope this fits the character in front. I'm not so sure because I mean his head is he seems even larger than what I've did, so I have just some uncertainties, but here it seems okay, so I guess can go for that. Okay. So most of those things work. Now I should just check the color once more, which seems quite okay. Maybe bringing it back just a bit higher. No, it's okay. On the tie, it seems not too bad. I should probably fix it. What I should do is basically compare it to the MIB character. So because I had some references regarding how, yeah, okay, they just do it that way. So I should just, it's not a big detail, but just do it a bit differently than the way I did it right now. So more like that. Let's see. I've got those and basically bringing them to this. Yep. Oops, too much detail. Let's remove the head. Yeah, much easier. So that work. Maybe I should. Yeah, I guess I'm good on this on that side. I should simply focus on what's left, which is let's see. I just got there, trying to remake the whole thing in my head, but yes, one last touch. Let's see. I cut this way and I remove that. Yep, and I make that more seamless. Just one more broad stroke, I mean, like that. And it's a bit more open. Yeah, okay, so we've got this. And I guess the modeling of the overall jacket is okay. So let's see, I've got jacket and I've got jacket buttons and I've got jacket body, jacket upper and symmetry. So I've got this, I've got that, I've got body earth. So sim this way, hands which are already cut. We've got shoes. So those also the UVs are already ready. And then we've got the rest, which are all about classes, lunettes, classes of the class. And yeah, so I have all that. Head also include the mustache that is separated, but luckily it's separated, so it's not so much of an issue. I will simply remove all that. And make the whole thing head. Bring it out here, and I will focus on the head separately. So let's take the head, considering that the glasses possibly have they are on the UVs probably already. Yeah, and I've got so okay, the glass is not an issue. The only thing I have to take into account is the head. So let's take this. And yeah, glasses are already, as I said, ready. So I'll just take that, put it here. Same thing for that, and put it here. And we'll bring all that lovely thing to even lower res, like that. Okay. This way. Great. So I'm keeping in mind that I have the glasses there, and what I'll be able to do is to basically only focus on the head into the UVs. So let's save this, create new model. We've got all that lovely stuff, and what I'm gonna do is I will try to export as UV just to try and test if I can UV that directly. So let's save already. So save as secondary characters, Delmas, and head. Delmas, head, earth. Let's open his reference. So we've got the head, got the whole gym body of reference that I can remove. And I'll export that as an OBJ. And I'm going to open that, trying to open that under UV layout. Later, load. Not trying to open this way. It's confused. So let's see where are the issues. I can remove that, and then that. The odd faces are here. Okay, because there's some crooks inside. Okay. I've seen them and I'm going to fix them right away. Oh, ugly indeed. If all of that is clear, it seems to, I just save again and export OBJ and save here. And then here, open again. Maybe even just as edit. Export again. Et voilà, on se retrouve avec un truc un peu plus efficace. On va recharger une nouvelle fois. Ah, intéressant. Salut, j'ai découvert le projet récemment et je voulais vous demander si vous avez eu des reconnaissances dans les auteurs de la série. Je suis une italienne, pardon de mon français. Si tu veux que je... I can answer in English if you prefer, but I'll answer in French. Les auteurs de la série, non, ils m'ont pas particulièrement recontacté ou ils m'en ont pas parlé. Enfin, on n'a pas eu de contact particulier. Et juste avec certains acteurs, justement, avec qui j'ai fait des enregistrements exclusifs pour le jeu, que bah là, on a pu parler un peu de tout ça. Mais sinon, j'ai pas eu non de contact direct. À mon grand regret, parce que c'est quand même des gens qui ont été très importants là-dedans, enfin qui sont un peu à l'origine de ça d'une certaine manière, donc toujours un peu dommage de ne pas rencontrer les gens qui ont vraiment participé aux choses qui vous ont plu le plus. I don't have a computer to play the game or the mind to understand the complexities of this project, but I really love the work. Hope I play it one day. Well, I hope you will be able to enjoy it with not much less complication. Again, what I know the game is not easy to grasp because it's a niche game. It's made to be like a simulation and all. But hopefully that's also the goal of the story mode to ease the transition for the people that aren't very, that needs to be more taken within the hand and having some narrative content and all that. So that should definitely help to get the grasp of the game. And I hope this will be a new entry for those who are not who haven't the patience required to run the game without a tutorial, and I can understand that very much. That's really not a problem. Again, the game is quite it's not easy to run. That's something I'm very aware. So yeah, I really hope that what I do will help making it more accessible. It's a subject that is dear to my heart. Euh, Salutations, bande de glavieux polygonaires hasardeusement. Les acteurs ils en ont dit quoi quand tu as parlé du jeu? Bah écoute, ils étaient surpris. Pour eux, c'était ça le truc de base, parce que c'est vrai que je pense que c'est pas habituel d'avoir déjà de rencontrer des fans qui les engagent pour bosser sur un truc. Euh, puis la longévité du projet aussi, enfin genre c'est des trucs ça, même les gens qui connaissent ça ou qui sont pas particulièrement intéressés par le projet en général, tu leur dis 10 ans, ça leur parle tout de suite. Donc ça fait que ouais, comme beaucoup de gens, ils sont surpris et dans leur cas en général ils sont heureusement surpris parce que pour la plupart les rôles qu'ils ont eu sur CL et tout, c'est des trucs sur lesquels ils ont eu le temps de travailler, ça n'a pas aidé dans le cas des acteurs, en tout cas, autant au niveau de la prod, apparemment, c'était quand même des prods pas très marrantes. Au niveau de la production du dessin animé, j'entends. Autant pour le reste, autant pour les voix, apparemment, ils sont quand même plutôt. Ils ont eu du temps pour préparer leur perso. Ça n'a pas été rushé comme ça l'est souvent. Et c'est vachement bien. Je pense que d'ailleurs, là-dessus, on aura plus d'infos avec la Cartoon Fair qu'il y aura dans pas si longtemps. Et dans laquelle la directrice de casting qui joue Yumi notamment a été conviée et je pense qu'elle pourra un peu plus parler de ça parce que c'est je pense elle qui est grandement partie euh, qui est liée en grande partie à ce succès-là. La doubleuse les doubleuses enfin la doubleuse de Jérémy, Odd et la doubleuse d'Aelita m'en avaient parlé un peu. Mais apparemment, c'est vrai que c'est grâce à cette directrice de casting que les choses se sont passées de manière aussi agréable. Donc ouais, eux, en fait, le truc, bah, le projet en général, voilà, ça les impressionne euh, pas positivement, quoi. Ça leur rappelle de bons souvenirs et ils voient qu'il y a un travail. Alors après, ils sont pas en mesure pour la plupart du temps de mesurer, bah voilà, quelle est euh, enfin, qu'est-ce que ça signifie que ce soit une seule personne qui ait fait tout ce boulot, etc. Enfin, ce qui est tout à fait normal, c'est pas dans leur domaine d'expertise particulière. Mais ouais, ils sont toujours très contents bah, de pouvoir participer à des trucs comme ça, je pense. En tout cas, ils m'ont toujours dit qu'ils étaient très contents. Et heureusement, apparemment aussi, que je dirigeais pas trop mal. Donc, euh, donc c'était plutôt une bonne nouvelle. Ça veut dire que le projet, il était cool pour eux, ils trouvaient ça intéressant. Enfin, pas au point d'y jouer, hein, c'est pas des joueurs, mais voilà, qu'ils trouvaient ça encourageant. Et, euh, et la manière dont ils ont pu participer au projet, eux, pour les retours que j'ai eus, bah, les enchantait. Donc voilà, ça s'est bien passé et j'ai eu des bons retours. Et leur participation, bah écoute, ils étaient ravis. Pour les doubleurs français. Pour la doubleuse anglaise, pour Alita, on n'avait vraiment pas eu le temps, donc on en a un peu parlé, mais au final, bah, c'était assez court, malheureusement. Et on était plus pressé au final de faire les trucs dans le temps qu'elle avait. Donc c'est vrai qu'elle, on a eu moins de retours et tout, et c'est vrai que là, c'est vrai que ça faisait une séance plus compressée dans le temps, et on n'a pas vraiment eu le temps de se poser, et c'était un peu plus en mode, allez, on fait vite, on fait vite. Autant on a vraiment eu le temps de se poser avec euh, les actrices françaises. Et franchement, c'était bien. Très très bien. Je pense que c'est plutôt bien découpé maintenant. Et bonne soirée à ceux qui partent. Moi, la partie UV est bientôt terminée, donc de toute façon, je vais bientôt y aller aussi. I'm not a tech-savvy person. I would love to work on some music if you want. Composing music on is on my strength. If you want, I could compose something for the game if you don't have it already. Well, I already hired a composer actually to do stuff, but the more we are, the better. I'm always interested in, additional stuff because there are so many times I need music that what I already asked to do is a lot, but it's not as much as I mean, I need always more for this kind of stuff, and it's not my area of expertise. So of course, I could get some help here. The composer, I engaged him, so it's a paid project for him, and I'm not expecting to engage anywhere else to engage more money into that. So if you want, it would be for free. I mean, it would be about adding, contribution, but I couldn't. It's really in a way that is like helping a fine game, really not for money. So if you're okay with that, if you're interested, why not? It's just that the other was a professional, so I mean, it was a question of principle. When I hire a professional, it's like I pay him. If it's not a professional and that's for to help me on this free project, by definition, I'm more open. So anyway, what I mean is that if you want just to help, help me for free on that, uh, of course, I won't say no. But rather than directly asking you to do anything, I would rather see what you can do first. So if you have any, reel of what you can do in any style, because it can basically be just music that we can hear on the radio in the game. Basically it can be anything. It can be just a jingle at some point that just lasts a few seconds for a cinematic. It can be very there can be very various types of music. The only thing is that again, I can't use copyrighted music, despite the fact that this is a fan game that is, just barely legal. But because I don't want let's play of the people to be striked because I would use copyrighted music. So the idea is that I would love, to have more tracks, uh, at least, to fill the game with some moments with music from the world, like again radio or stuff. But since I can't use copyrighted music, it's very hard, and I don't want to use my hired composer to actually do this kind of music because they are kind of secondary. But anyway, as I said, if you're willing to help in any way, I would love to see what you already have, just to give me an idea, and maybe either using music that you already have, if you think there's some I could use, or commission you to do some of them uh, willingly. uh, well, always interested. So don't hesitate to leave some link or whatever, and I check that. Thank you. What are your future goals for the projects? Well, I've got a full changelog for that, so don't hesitate to look at it because it's hundreds of lines, and it's till 2020, 2022. So yeah, I can't really, just do a list. Uh, I mean, I can't read it right now, but you can read it, and it's in English. So don't hesitate to look at it. There must be the link in the description for the changelog. What are you currently doing? Is this program Unity? This program is not Unity. I'm using two programs right now. I've been using two programs here. First one is Cinema 4D, so it's just the equivalent of Blender, 3ds Max, and such. It's a modeling program. And the other one I'm using is part of what is generally included in the programs I've quote. Um, it's a UV layout program, so it's basically the something that is generally in those programs, but right now it's a separated program because it's just more performant for me, and I'm used to use that one. Where you basically you peel the skin of your model, the whole skin, and you knit the skin over a canvas, a 2D canvas. Uh, and on that skin that you've pinned over a canvas, you'll be able to paint. So that step I'm doing right now is the UV layout. Basically, it's actually the name of the program right now. It's UV layout. So very straightforward. But it's a critical step because without that, you're supposed, of course, to do it after the modeling, and when you've done it, you can't go back on the model without breaking it. So it's part, of the situation where you better be sure of what you have done before because you can't go back. And after that, after the UV layout, you paint it over a program to paint in directly on 3D or just to paint over the canvas. It's just a way to measure what the texture will be, this kind of stuff. La nouvelle mise à jour contiendra quoi? Eh bien, pour ça, je t'invite à lire le changelog, même avec un petit coup de Google Trad, mais de Google Traduction. Mais ouais, faut vraiment fais-le comme ça parce que je peux pas lister, c'est trop, c'est juste trop. Il y a beaucoup de choses qui sont pas des grosses features, il y a beaucoup de debugs, il y a beaucoup de machins que tu ne vois pas, qui sont des outils moi que je développe et qui me prennent beaucoup de temps, mais qui après me permettent d'accélérer ma capacité à produire vite. Donc ces choses-là, bon, bah, moi j'en parle dans le changelog, mais c'est vrai que toi tu t'en foutras un peu, ce qui est tout à fait légitime. Mais il y a plein d'autres choses et bah, pour ces choses-là, malheureusement, je peux pas juste, enfin, je peux pas les lister comme ça, encore une fois, de vive voix. Et donc, je t'invite à consulter le changelog, dont le lien est dans la description et un peu partout dans le jeu, dans le launcher. C'est visible, pour ainsi dire. How old are you? Are you a game designer? I'm 28. I'm not a game designer. I work in the video game industry as an artist, interface artist actually. So very much same as IFSCL in a way. And well, I've been in this industry for a few years now. Uh, but I'm not. I don't have. Actually, I'm not very good at game design. I do my best with IFSCL, and I have to do it more and more because I have to make a game, just not a simulation, which is what I do in the what I did in the first place was, just doing a simulation, not doing too much rules, but more and more that I have to add rules and add you know, reason way to make the game compelling. But yeah, I'm not a game designer. I'm really an artist, as some would say, just a madman in a box. Nothing more. And that's very good this way. I currently have a small track on my phone that's about a minute long. Is there a way to send the audio to you? I don't mind it being for free. It's a random thing I made and it doesn't have lyrics. Yeah, you definitely feel free to. I guess you can do a private message on Facebook or on Discord, or maybe you can send me on Facebook via the private message on the IFSCL page or via the Discord. IFL, Lyoko Games, Emu Lyoko Games Discord. The link should be in description too, I guess. So any of those, feel free to. Those are the best way to send me something. Yeah, but I guess if you don't want to do it through Discord or IFSCL Facebook page, you can you can do it via private message uh, on uh, on Discord on YouTube. Poof, this was hard. Or you can also upload it in private on YouTube and send me the link. That also work. If it's too complicated to send, the file directly, you can upload it as a private, and yeah, that can work. So I should just keep space for the glasses. I be careful not to forget about them. And took. And hi to those who coming. I guess anyway, the UV layout is ready, so I will probably end it soon because again, it's a very short live and just wanted to focus on the UV layout. I will just do a start working the painting on substance, but ending that into another live as well as the UV and painting of the clothes. So yeah, as I said, I will just close this, save and do a bit more work. Saving, save, and dismiss, and just check the save has worked. Nope. So let's do it again. Save. please. Save. Save, save, save. Hmm. Did I kill the thing? That's weird. Did I lost my work? I feel like I've done something wrong and that I've just lost my work. I will have to start again. Yeah, it didn't save it properly. Ah, why? Oh, I did load and I didn't save it. Is that possible? Maybe I did that. Ah, I have to start again. I lost my work. Okay, let's do it again. Oosh. Hopefully I did it already once, so redoing my work should be faster. Up. And I will also improve the way I do it because I see that I can improve that. So let's improve that right away. Cutting all the things in a better way. That's patience. That's exactly where some people actually stop and where I decide to continue because I'm a bit crazy. Never lose hope. I've just lost, yeah, quite some work, but keep going. So I keep going, and up, up, up. When you redo your work anyway, even if you lost it, you're much more efficient the second time you do it. So it's okay. I mean, we basically could compare that with timers, and you would see it's much faster when I did it once and I redo it. So I don't take it personally, that kind of failure too hard. Up, 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 then button. Up, up. Okay. And yeah, that for example, I cut it better this time. So yeah, never lost. You never completely lose. Up, up, and then here. First cut needs to be simple, and then second one can be you see I almost already cutted everything. It's it's way faster. Of course, there's this tricky part with the beard where I want to cut it on the same place on which there's the skin and beard transition. That's a nice cut. Let's do something similar. Yep. Same thing here. I can take the occasion I have by redoing this. When I redo this to actually fix some of the stuff, cutting it better in a much more logical way. Actually, yeah, this is things I should probably have done in my first cut. So again, nothing has been lost. So now I have something that is cut a bit better. I also saved sooner. Have you... Where on Discord should I put the audio? Just PM me through the Discord. I mean, if you... I mean, don't directly search for Immortality because there's fake accounts of me, of course. You know, just kids don't like me, so they've created fake accounts. But I'm under, let me see the right number. That is my account. Um, can't have my actually. Um, Let me see. Uh, 7326. Yeah, I guess that's the right one. That's not the fake accounts number. Because yeah, I can't see my own. That's very boring not to be able. It must be written somewhere. Uh, yeah, I got it. It's yeah, 7326. That's my ID. Other email key are just harassing accounts. So yeah, don't hesitate to send me something if you want. Have you ever had to redo major things because they got lost like now? Well, considering that this right now isn't major, of course, major things are more like month type things. Not that much. Not that I remember. I had stuff, but rarely that important because I always had copies, and now I have version control basically, which is well, standard practice in the industry, where you basically send your changes over the server and this kind of stuff, which is basically, you know, the whole plastic SCM, commit, git, and build, also cloud build. But that's those kinds of stuff that I talked about, and where you have dedicated channels over over the Discord now, and there's basically made for that. I mean, related to that. It's just that it's hosted on dedicated servers, all the data, and I basically uh, download it and update it as a local copy of that data over my workspace, local workspace, and I do my changes and I commit them, and after that I have basically now a history of every file that is within the game. So you know, hundreds of thousands multiplied by, I mean, you know, other files that all have their own history, which means I can go back on any file of the game and just look at any change I've made on every picture, every line of code. I have all the changes that are saved, so I can roll back to any version I want, and I don't have much more problem anymore. The only kind of problem I can have, and again, it's not permanent, but it's deletion of data that I don't want it because of, I don't know, I do a wrong command that in editor destroys data and I can't recover it. That could happen, but again, now I have uh, version control, so not much of an issue really. Because again, I can revert and you know, any changes, even when I delete a file before now I can go to my source control, which is a software basically. I open the software, and in there there's the list of any changes I've made, including the deletion of files, which means I have lines of I can select each line. Each line is a file, and even deleted files, it's something I had to push to the cloud if I delete a file. So they are removed on my local workspace, and I can basically select those files within the lines of my source control and do undo. And if I select undo, they basically reappear from uh, from nothing, and they're back. So you know, even now, if I delete files by mistake, I can basically get them back. So yeah, it's I really don't have any more issue, and that's really important. I mean, at this state of the project, I can't rely on having my project just on some HDD and that's about it. I can't do that. That's not really I can't. So yeah. Now I don't no, not care, but I don't have issues with that anymore. Bottomless tunnel. Okay. Thank you for the info regarding where to see my Discord stuff. Oops. So it's 1 a.m. for me, so I will soon finish that. Saving properly, of course. That's the bare minimum I can do. But yeah, soon ending that. And hi to those who are passing by. Uh, Took. Again, still keeping some place for the glasses. I must never forget them. Never. And this way stuff. Uh, Thing is, there's an automatic packing feature for the UVs that basically automatically do what I do right now, but it's not working for symmetrical stuff that I put over another, and that's really a shame. I would love to have that. Let's continue the cut. Mm, Just to tell you, Taco Queen, I've received it. Yeah, the um, the thing you've sent. So thank you. Uh, I like it. I like what you sent. Yeah, really cool. Really cool. You're engaged. But yeah, I love that. If you have more, feel free to. I could already see that, for example, in radio or in any kind of maybe more daily life Kadik kind of song, maybe. Again, I can't directly, just put my finger on where anything can go because I still have also to receive the all the musics that my other my professional composer will do. And some of them will be, of course, for Acadix Life and stuff like that, and Lyoko intense situation and stuff like that. But yeah, that's very cool. I could already see that working in some places. Uh, yeah, that's great. I like that. So, well, let's stay in touch. I will just maybe add some. I need just to note that somewhere. People that can help. So yeah, I would just note that you can help me on that, and if I need any kind of help, that would be great. In any case, uh, because this will take a while, anything you have, anything you want to do, because right now I can't just, I can't really say, oh, do this, or you should do something like that. Anything you want to do, if you have anything that is, if you want to do any, for example, uh, some fresh takes on original on composition from the show, for example, you can download them on koryoko.fr in the like, I mean, if you took whether you can find them uh, if you that could be a great way to to uh, to test things that are in the line of the show, but with your own fresh take. That could be interesting. So if you go on en.colico.fr in the media music section, you've got the music from the series, and you've got all the themes from Herman, Martin, and Serge Stavitian. Don't hesitate to look at them. And if you are inspired by some of them and want to do a variation based on, I mean, anything that can ring a bit like them, or just so we see how we can fit a bit of Lyoko and a bit of your own if you want. That could be an interesting exercise. And but also, I mean, having a completely original composition is super great. There's absolutely no issue with that, and I'm full for that. But if since right now I don't have any proposition to give you to say, oh, maybe that would be interesting or that would be interesting, and I'm more like, well, if you've got stuff, show me, and maybe that could be interesting. What I can give you as the only thing on which I can tell you, well, if you want to try something, try that. It's that. If you want to try, if you want to try something that I can, review more easily, it would be something in the style of or reminiscent of what there are in one of those teams. So don't hesitate. And other than that, original composition, I'm also all for. And yeah, feel free to send me stuff when you want. And yeah, we'll see what we can do about that. Because as I already started to see, this is in chapter 1 of story mode right now is super mute. It's very lame in terms of audio because I didn't put any music yet. I also didn't put any SFX and sound effect and stuff like that. So it's a bit lame because it's really silent. So I will have to add all the original composition from my composer, but also anything more will likely be cool and also will also help to avoid repetition, because one of the big problems of music is repetition effect. So I want to avoid that as much as possible. So the more variety we have, the better. So yeah, that's that's a long talk. But yeah, let me know anytime you have something. Just send me. If you have something original, feel free. And if you want to do something that is more in line with something I can review more easily, feel free to do variation on existing Kodioko themes. That's still music tips. I don't think I would need anything that looks like the main theme of Kodioko, because I already have the epic version that Cinemorphic, the composer, did for me. I already have that spin, that take on the main theme, and it's the main theme is cool, but it's like I already used one variation for the pre-main menu version. I use one version for the actual main menu version, and I also have the epic version for the intro credit scene and some special scenes. So we already have 3 versions of that theme, and unless you have a brand new spin or way of taking uh, that uh, that theme, I don't think it's very interesting to work on to try to do a variation of that. But any other, yeah, feel free. Okay, so after that long talk, let's go back on uh, on the things I can do. So yeah, the head now is cool, great, and lovely and all. So I will just close this, close that, exit this, exit that. We've got that wonderful stuff. And I will try to do is to save that and take the head again and um, And I will simply, let's see, there's multiple way on by which I can do that. Most likely I should what should I do? I should export that again, maybe as an FBX actually. I will try directly as an FBX and see how Substance Painter likes it. So as a FBX, let's open that into Substance Painter. Salut Emu, comment vas-tu? Eh bien, bien, je fais ce petit live très court qui va bientôt se terminer malheureusement pour toi qui arrive tard. Mais ouais, ça se passe bien, je fais la petite tête de Delmas et c'est fort agréable. Bon, j'ai perdu une petite demi-heure en tout recommençant à zéro parce que je me suis planté sur un truc. Mais bon, c'est des choses qui arrivent et franchement, j'ai vu pire. Euh, donc, la seule chose là, je veux juste préparer rapidement la tête, mais je te finirai dans un autre live parce que j'ai quand même encore beaucoup de boulot sur la 4.0x. Donc voilà, ça va pas durer indéfiniment. Là, ce que je veux juste voir, mesh normal à invalide, ouais, ça je m'en fous. Mais je peux pas. J'ai pas plusieurs matériaux, là, il n'arrive pas à avoir plusieurs matériaux. Hmm. Moi qui me repose entièrement là-dessus, me voilà déçu. Non, il veut pas. Viewport, Views, History, Display, Shader Settings. Nope. Ou sinon c'est ici, mais j'en doute. Non, bah alors ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais prendre ça et que je vais l'exporter en tant que OBJ, mais OBJ numéro 2. On va réouvrir et regarder ce qu'il nous en dit. Ah bah voilà, ils étaient là. Non bah ça fonctionne. Alors ce que je vais faire... Bah, ce qui est bien c'est que là je peux séparer les éléments. J'ai envie de dire un gros Alléluia. Et alors, comment est-ce que je vais me démerder avec ça? Eh bien, Jamy, c'est très simple. Je vais simplement faire comme j'ai toujours fait, Fred, à savoir des layers de couleurs. Je ne révolutionne pas le monde, hein, loin s'en faut. Et je vais tout simplement directement dire que ce... Hop là. Ah, tata. Ce layer là est donc plus foncé. Et derrière, hop, je fais apparaître la tête. Et à la tête, je vais directement lui mettre les layers adaptés, à savoir un layer de skin et les autres à venir. Alors je vais reprendre, une fois n'est pas coutume, la couleur de peau d'un autre personnage pour être sûr d'essayer d'avoir une couleur de peau à peu près consistante entre tous les personnages parce qu'en fait la couleur beige classique, j'ai tendance à la faire trop forte et elle manquait un peu de vert qui est un peu une teinte un peu plus naturelle qu'on a dans le design de la série. Donc je vais essayer je remets ça au goût du jour. Ici, Black Mask, allez rapidement, parce que tout a déjà été prédécoupé, forcément il y a beaucoup de choses qui sont plus simples, c'est-à-dire que là je fais ça, et paf, pif, pouf, paf. Et là, oh là là, c'est magique, c'est rapide. À croire que j'ai tout préparé pour que ça se remplisse rapidement. Un truc de fou hein, quand même. Mais là, tout à coup, on a quand même, on s'est économisé beaucoup de travail d'un coup. Et ça, c'est assez génial. J'adore pour être tout à fait clair. Moi, je kiffe. Parce que c'est quand même vachement plus simple. Hop, hop, hop. Voilà, et là, en 3 coups, on a déjà la moitié des trucs qui sont prêts. Ça fait plaisir. C'est encore une fois, c'est quand on prépare bien le truc, ben après, ça roule tout seul. Donc, je me suis fait un peu chier, j'ai recommencé, j'ai machin, j'ai des trucs, j'ai bidule, mais à la fin, bah, quand on est, il y a des étapes qui deviennent tout de suite immensément plus rapides. Et ça, nom de Zeus, qu'est-ce que c'est plaisant. Euh, Bon, après, il y aura du boulot hein, supplémentaire. Je vais bientôt arrêter, de toute façon, pour après, je reprendrai un peu plus tard. Mais alors, I will soon finish the live. I mean, I will do other ones because it's far from finished. But just to let you know, because it's just meant to be a short live, I won't finish the painting right away. Right, you can see, very easy and quick to set up. That's really cool. Euh, Hop. Et voilà, et là on a déjà un Delmas quand même qui marche beaucoup mieux. Seul truc qui manque, allez, enfin qui manque, façon de parler, hein, il manque beaucoup d'autres choses, mais c'est vraiment juste là pour ce soir. Voilà, on noircit un peu plus sa moustache qui a très clairement toujours été bien plus foncée. Un peu dans les marrons d'ailleurs, en effet. Voilà, clac. J'ai toujours trouvé ça fascinant le fait que les, les moustaches puissent avoir des couleurs aussi différentes. Du reste de la pilosité. Mais on est bon si on regarde de loin. Encore une fois, on verra jamais le modèle de fusée suffisamment près pour que ce soit trop choquant. Mais là, de loin, bah, on est bon, hein. Donc, ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais fermer celui-là, que je vais pas toucher ça, plus que de raison. Et je vais le sauvegarder ainsi. Évidemment, je m'occuperai donc toute la partie UV et peinture de celui-là au prochain live. So I will do that next live. I hadn't noticed how old Delmas actually looks till now. Well, yeah, he kinda does, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Even more when you consider, the old photos with CC where he seems basically the same age, contrary to France actually, because France really looks younger in his photo where he basically doesn't have beard and stuff like that. But Delmas always had. We had actually, yeah, this picture of the solitary dads because it's only dads with their kids. But yeah, he definitely looks already old. There's no, I mean, they probably didn't want just to do a different model sheet for the animators and artists, so they basically do the although wait, just found picture and they did another costume and design for CC. So yeah, it's not a problem about that on production. They didn't have to commission someone to do, a turnaround in 2D of the character and the design of his clothes and stuff like that. I don't think they need to for this kind of illustration. But sometimes it's a big production, so they need to do that for any kind of shot. Maybe they are not, so it's not about that. It's a concern. It's a conscious choice to do him not different. So yeah, he's basically felt the same, like maybe almost 10 years before, I guess. No, maybe not 10, like 5. CC is probably like, yeah, 5 years less, 6 years less. It's probably like, yeah, around 7 years before, 5 or 7 years before. So yeah, he still looks the same. And here too, of course. I love that picture. Really, those kind of details are super great because that's really simple, but that directly adds depth to a character and showing traits that would never see from him, and that directly gives uh, shout him out of his stereotype. And I love that, having that already like prove that the character is more than what it seems, and I love that. Really simple touches on secondary characters, but lovely, lovely stuff. So yeah, thank you for tonight. Merci à tous pour ce soir. La suite, bah, ce sera bientôt quand j'aurai le temps, quand je serai pas sur la 4, pas trop sur la 4.0x encore une fois, qui avance tous les jours, un petit par petits pas, par grands pas, mais qui avance. Voilà. Donc je vous laisse avec ça. Et je reprendrai un de ces quatre, peut-être durant le week-end, ou sinon, bah, toujours pareil, après. So yeah, thank you. I will just go back after in the week or next week, depending on my work on 40X, which is constant by minor or major improvements, but still progressing. So it's great. I'm not blocked. I continue and I will release something at some point. Thank you all. Love you all. Uh, and yeah, have a nice night. Et bonne soirée à tous. Et merci à tous pour ce soir. Ciao à tous.